What's up, gang? Mr. C here with lesson 11.6. And my goodness, this may be the last lesson we do because I think I want to watch another movie Wednesday because that was fun. Man, how the time has flown. I remember a lot of you guys having you for the first time in 8th grade, and that was a blast. Girls, thank you for the hand sanitizer. I remember that. I don't know why that's coming to my memory. Thank you for the Christmas gift of hand sanitizer. That was a huge jug, so I appreciate that. Think Ryle's not in this class. He won't hear this. But thank you for all the dances in 8th grade. That was fantastic. But overall, you guys have been a complete joy and blessing to have. And I'm honored to be each and every one of your teachers. Each and every one of your teachers. I'm honored to be each and every one of yours teacher. So that's what I want to say. So let's go ahead and do some math before the tears start flowing. So 11.6, going to be doing systems of nonlinear equations. 11.1, we did linear equations. Those are pretty straightforward. You guys have been doing those a long time. But let's take a look at this example. We have a 3x minus y equals negative 2. And we have a 2x squared, which this is going to be a parabola, minus y equals 0. And again, we're trying to figure out where do these two graphs or these two equations intersect. We have a line with a parabola, so think, if I have a parabola and a line, I could have two separate answers. Or I could have one answer, if it hits right at the vertex, or I could have no answer. So really 3 different scenarios that we could have here. So let's see what we get. What I like to do is substitution. So let's go ahead and solve for y in the top. I'm going to get a negative y equals negative 3x minus 2. And then if I multiply by negative, I should have y equals 3x plus 2. Okay. Hope that makes sense. Okay, so here's my first equation. Just move the 3x over to the other side. That's what we have here. Okay. Then one other step I did, multiply by negative, so this became a positive y, a positive 3, and a positive 2. Okay. So here's what we have. Now, take this, and we're going to substitute it in for y there. So I have a 2x squared minus y is 3x plus 2 equals 0. This is a 2x squared. Whoops. Go away, please. 2x squared minus 3x minus 2 equals 0. Let's think. This is a quadratic. Maybe we can factor it. Let's see what happens. If I have a 2x and an x, I need to make a minus 3. So then I need a 4 and a 1. So I'm going to make a minus 2 here and a plus 1. I believe that's going to work for us. Because I will get a negative 4 and a positive 1. So that's going to make the negative 3. This is perfect. So let's solve this. 2x plus 1 equals 0. 2x equals negative 1, or x equals negative 1/2. This solution is x equals 2. And then what do we do with both of these? Looks like we're going to get 2 solutions. Plug them back into my equations up here. So I have y equals, if we're plugging in 2, 3 times 2 plus 2. In case you're wondering, I'm using this equation here because y is already solved. So y equals 6 plus 2, which is 8. Okay, so my first solution is at 2, 8. Then let's plug in the negative 1/2. y equals 3 times negative 1/2 plus 2. That is a negative 3/2 plus 2 is going to be a 1/2. 2 minus 1.5, that is a 1/2. So my next solution is at negative 1/2, positive 1/2. Okay. So those should be my two solutions, 2, 8, and negative 1/2, positive 1/2. All right. We're just going to go ahead and do one more. And then I think that's probably all I'm going to want to do today. Let's look at this. X squared plus y squared equals 13, and x squared minus y equals 7. Let's solve. Okay. So this one, we have a circle with a parabola. So think if I have a circle and a parabola, I have a possibility of 4 solutions here. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see what happens. Good idea. Let's solve for y in the bottom equation. So that's going to give me a negative y equals negative x squared plus 7. If I multiply both sides by a negative, y equals x squared minus 7. Okay, so we can take that, plug it in for y here. X squared plus, what is that? X squared minus 7 squared equals 13. Okay. Now what do I do with this here? I'm going to have to FOIL that out, actually. So let's see what I get. Oh, excuse me, I had a yawn. So let's see what I get. This is going to be an x squared. Now if I'm foiling this, remember, foiling this thing, I'm going to have a plus x to the 4th minus 14x squared plus 49 equals 13. All right, so let's see what we have from there. If I write this in a decent order, I should have x to the 4th. That's going to make a minus 13x squared. Now if I move this 13 over with the 49, that's going to give me a 36. A plus 36 equals 0. Is this going to factor? 6 and 6 sure doesn't work. 4 and 9. 4 and 9 is going to work. So this is technically in quadratic form, right? Something squared minus something plus a constant. So this is x squared squared minus 13x squared plus 36. This is going to factor to x squared minus 9, x squared minus 4 equals 0. So I should get 2 solutions from this factor. I have x equals plus and minus 9. From this factor, I get x, sorry, not 9, that's a 3. Make sure to square root that because we have a squared here. This other one is x equals plus or minus 2. Okay, plus or minus 2. So we do indeed have 4 answers. I am going to have to plug that in here to get the y's. Let's see. So y equals negative 3 and positive 3 squared are the same, so I should get the same y's for negative and positive 3. So I use 3 squared minus 7. That's 9 minus 7 is 2. And again, that doesn't matter if I plug in positive or negative 3. Y equals 2 squared minus 7. 4 minus 7 should give me a negative 3. So here are my 4 solutions. I have plus or minus 3, 2. So that represents 2 points. And then I have plus or minus 2, negative 3. That represents 2 points. So a total of 4 points there for my solutions. Okay. And I think that is it for now. Yep, that's it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I really wish. I'll talk to you guys Wednesday. How's that sound? I won't try to say any closing remarks yet. I'll talk to you guys Wednesday. Hopefully you guys show up. It would mean a lot to me if those of you who haven't made a Zoom yet showed up and hung out with us. So we'll see you guys then. Peace.